Picture your favorite AI coding assistant living right inside your terminal, except it isn't locked to one company's model. That's the pitch behind OpenCode, an open-source coding agent built by the team behind SST. It runs in your shell, reads your whole project through a language server, plans a change, then edits and runs your code. And here's the twist that made developers pay attention. It works with basically any model provider you want, from Claude to GPT to Gemini to a model running on your own machine. Reportedly, it has racked up over 190,000 GitHub stars. Let's unpack why. Now, under the hood, OpenCode isn't magic. It runs a tight loop every time you ask for something, and it moves through 4 clear stages. Follow them one at a time. Every task begins with understanding your codebase. OpenCode pulls in a language server protocol and LSP so it sees real symbols, types, and definitions the way your editor does. It reads the relevant files instead of guessing, building an accurate map of how your project actually fits together before it changes a single line. Once it knows the ground, OpenCode drafts a plan. In plan mode, it proposes what it intends to do, which files it will touch, and in what order without writing anything yet. You review that approach first so nothing surprising happens to your repository behind your back. With a plan approved, the agent moves to building. It applies precise edits across your files, creating and rewriting code to match the goal you described. Because it tracked the structure up front, those changes land in the right place rather than scattering half-finished snippets across the project. Writing code is only half the job. OpenCode can run commands right there in your terminal, executing tests, builds, and scripts, then reading the output. If something breaks, it feeds the error back into the loop and tries again, closing the gap between writing and actually working. So how is this different from the tools everyone already knows? The clearest contrast is with Claude Code, sitting right beside it. Take Claude Code, Anthropic's own terminal agent. It is polished and deeply capable, but it is designed around Anthropic's own models. That tight coupling is a strength for consistency, yet it also means your agent and your model provider are effectively bundled together as one decision you can't easily separate. OpenCode flips that assumption on its head. It is deliberately provider agnostic, wiring into models.dev to reach a reported 75+ providers, including local ones. You bring your own key and pick the model per task, so the terminal agent and the brain behind it become 2 independent choices you fully control. Strip it back, and 3 ideas explain why OpenCode caught fire the way it did. This is the headline feature. OpenCode is model agnostic by design, so you are never married to a single vendor. Route a cheap task to a small model, a hard refactor to a frontier one, or keep everything on a local model for privacy. As new models ship, you just switch, no rewrite required. Then there's the shape of it. OpenCode uses a client and server architecture, where the terminal interface is really a client talking to a server. That design lets the same session drive a slick TUI, a desktop app, or an IDE, and it opens the door to running the agent on one machine while you watch from another. Finally, it is genuinely open source and privacy-minded, not a black box you rent. The project states it doesn't store your code, and the community shows it, with reportedly over 900 contributors and thousands of commits. That openness is exactly what turned it into a serious rival to Cursor and Claude Code. Alright, let's lock in what actually matters here. OpenCode is an open-source, terminal-first AI coding agent from the team behind SST, running an understand, plan, edit, then verify loop right inside your shell. Under the hood, it leans on a language server protocol for real code intelligence, and runs commands in your terminal to test and verify its own changes. Because it stays provider agnostic, reaching a reported 75+ model providers including local ones, you decide the model instead of the tool deciding for you. Its client and server design powers a terminal, a desktop app, and IDE extensions from one session. Curious about more AI tools broken down in plain English? Come hang out with us at standarity.com.